Hey everybody, welcome back to another Music Wednesdays here at the Public Library. It's spring break this week for a lot of people. I just was looking out through the window and saw one of the kids out there doing the worm on the floor, so there's a lot of activity here at the library. We have another special show, as we do every week. We have GB Roots from Canada, right?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
David and Kirby, husband and wife team.
Yes.
You guys happen to be in this part of the world.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Thanks for having us in. That was great.
We're excited to have you. I've never had to fill out a form or a contract, deportation or importation or whatever it was.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we just want to make sure it's all on the up and up.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. You guys reached out to us, and we're excited to have you here. So what we like to do is a little bit of talking at first and then get right into the music, because most of the people watching, they want to hear you play and not me talk. So.
Okay.
But if you'll do a song, and then we'll find out a little bit more about you guys and how you found Tennessee.
All right.
All right,
Cool. Sounds great.
Sounds good. All right. This is Tumbleweed. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Roll across the prairies like an old steam train. You're falling off the rails. Some things never change. You're a skeleton of what you used to be. What gave you life, died and set you free. You're a tumbleweed, and that don't bother me. Your love is all I need for now. Tumbleweed. You caught my eye like you caught my heart. You pieced it together, then you ripped it apart. Take what I get when you're at my door. When the night is dry, you'll be begging for more. You're a tumbleweed, and that don't bother me. Your love is all I need for now. Tumbleweed. You're a tumbleweed, and that don't bother me. Your love is all I need for now. You're a tumbleweed, and that don't bother me. Your love is all I need for now. Tumbleweed.
All right. That's cool. Good sound. I like the way you guys blend together, which I guess explains why you're married.
Yeah. We hang out a lot.
Yeah. We're a long way from home and we drove, so.
You better like each other.
Yeah. And we're still together. That's amazing.
So you were telling me you met, what, at school, music school?
Yeah, we went to music school in Edmonton, Alberta, Grant MacEwan University. It was a college back when we went to it. But yeah, that's where we met, actually. So we were both taking live performance, I guess it was called. Performance, yeah.
Yep.
What was, was it the music that attracted you to each other? And I guess what I'm asking is, do you like the same things, or there's days where you want to hear AC/DC and you want whatever?
I think there's definitely that. Actually, that's where our name comes from. My maiden name is Green, and obviously his last name is Barber. So GB, we decided we both have such different influences that we were like, let's put both that together. And we're like, this is kind of our roots. You know what I mean? Green, Barber roots.
I got you.
So that's kind of where our name came from, actually.
Yeah, and we were also at the time backing up a lot of different artists. That was our main income. So we kind of wanted to start this and just kind of, let's call it, amalgamation of what we just wanted to do. We didn't have a set direction, just record and write whatever we wanted to.
Just so for fun.
That's kind of what happened.
What are the different influences?
Oh, man. I feel like, well, for me, probably like blues, folk, singer-songwriter. You probably more bluegrass.
Yeah, like still a lot of country and bluegrass. Where we grew up, where I grew up, the only radio station was country. So I heard a lot of country and fiddle music and bluegrass, and never really got into blues and rock and stuff till later on, once I went to music school.
See, that's interesting. I don't think a lot of us here, especially where we are in Tennessee, would think of bluegrass making its way into, or being the only radio station in Canada, right?
Right.
Yeah, well, I guess more country. Bluegrass was hard to find up there. I managed to find it myself, I guess. But it's still happening up there. It's definitely not as much as down here. I hear you guys have a lot of bluegrass down here, so I'm pretty excited.
Where are you guys from? Where do you live now?
We live in Vancouver, British Columbia, which is right on the west coast. It's the warmest spot of Canada. We get the least amount of snow, so that's why we're there. But you grew up in Saskatchewan, which is like the middle of Canada.
Yeah, it's kind of like right above North Dakota and Montana. So, harsh winters and not a lot happening there, long winters. And you grew up in BC, in British Columbia.
Not far, about 5 hours from Vancouver, so pretty close.
Not far, 5 hours. It's a big country, isn't it?
It is a big country.
All right. Well, let's hear another song, and then we'll talk some more about what brought you to Tennessee.
All right. I'm going to get into the drop D tuning for this one.
Ooh.
If I was really good, I would have been doing that while we were talking. This one is also off of, that last one we played was Tumbleweed. It's off of our current album. And this one is as well. It is called Halfway.
Sun is slowly setting, and time is running out. I'm living in a ghost town, just trying to get out. Mama said, take that train right out of here. She didn't know the devil was the engineer. Halfway between dead and alive, halfway between dead and alive. The devil's pulling me down tonight, but I ain't giving up the fight. I'm halfway between dead and alive. I was born a pilgrim, destined to roam. I don't know where I'm going, but the road is my home. I'm like a summer leaf, ready to fall. 2 feet in the grave, but still standing tall. Halfway between dead and alive, halfway between dead and alive. The devil's pulling me down tonight, but I ain't giving up the fight. I'm halfway Come on, run from the devil. Come on, run from the devil now. Come on, run from the devil. Catch me if you can. Halfway between dead and alive. Halfway between dead and alive. The devil's pulling me down tonight, but I hate giving up the fight. I'm halfway between dead and alive. I'm halfway between dead and alive.
It's nice.
Okay.
I like the guitar sound. You get a good
Thanks.
sound out of that.
Thanks. I was supposed to play slide on that one, and I forgot. So,
Oh,
kind of messed
shoot.
it up. Let's do it again.
Do it again.
Chattanooga's gonna be so
Just the
disappointed.
slide. Tell me what are you doing in Tennessee?
Go for it.
Well, I guess we've been here a month now,
Yeah.
thereabouts.
Yeah, just over a month.
Yeah, so we had a couple of house concerts we were playing, and really we've been down a couple times to Nashville, and every time we were like, this is where it's happening, this is Music City, and it literally, it's just every night there's music. So we were like, let's just go try it out and see what it's like, and we've met so many friends, so many musicians, and man, we've just been getting together with people and kind of having a music holiday.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been great. There's people are so friendly as well. Like sometimes you go to a city, and I don't think it's just Canada. I think it's any city where you're kind of fighting a little bit for your musical space so that the people that are making a living can make a living, because it can be tough. Here, there's just everyone's so friendly. There's a lot of work. It's a really special thing that's happening in Nashville with the amount of work and the amount of musicians and people coming from all over the world to try and get into that thing that's happening. And we do, like I said before, we still do a lot of side guy work. That's a lot of our livelihood, is backing up other artists as well. And so it's cool to be in that city where all these different artists are hiring people from and working there.
Are you backing them up studio work or touring work or both? Or
In Canada, both.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's been really a great learning thing for us, whether it's on the road or just in the studio too. It's been
Yeah, we've learned so much.
lot,
And it
yeah.
just kind of lined up with releasing our album. And we released it to the Americana market down here. We're like, let's combine this. We like I said, as side people, we want to learn more. And then to release our album, we're like, so we're down here till the end
of April. We're in April, right?
End
Yeah.
of May. We're losing track. That's how much fun we're having.
Right.
So you came for pollen season. That was smart.
There's a lot of bugs.
Yeah, bugs and pollen wait for you.
And apparently storms and tornadoes. We don't have those up where we live.
We didn't used to have them quite as bad. But
Oh,
when you guys play, when you tour as GB Roots, is it just the two of you, or do you have
Generally it's a full band. Our album's definitely a full, kind of more of a closer to a rock Americana recording. So there's drums and everything. We have done several duo shows in the past, but I think the most fun is when it's a full band because you can have electric guitars and all that.
Yeah.
Tell what's the name of the record and where can people find it?
Yeah.
It's called Tumbleweed, and I believe it's available like on iTunes, and I'm not super hip to what the things are, but Spotify.
Yeah, any digital digital platforms, you can go find it there, or on our website. I think there'll be a link somewhere to buy it there.
Yeah.
What are you gonna play next?
Yes.
Ooh. Better get your gun.
Yeah.
All right.
So this song actually kind of inspired the whole album. If you listen to the songs on the album, there are a lot to do with. You can kind of picture an old Clint Eastwood spaghetti western theme happening through it. And we were writing for this album, and this song kind of came out, and then it was just kind of like, well, why don't we write something else along those lines? And then next thing you know, we had a full album dedicated just kind of a spaghetti western soundtrack.
We talk a lot about songwriting on this show, and that's always interesting to me, how things happen. Some guys go in with an idea, and some guys wake up 2 weeks later and they realize everything's about tumbleweed.
Yeah.
Or love.
Yeah. It's
or,
kinda cool,
some
eh?
themes pop up. So
Yeah.
It's interesting to see how that works. So.
Yeah, we definitely didn't plan that, but we were like, hey, this would be cool. Let's roll with this. And
Yeah. So here's Better Get Your Gun. The broken road I travel on gets rougher every day. The life I'm told is free, but it's only made me pay. The lovers go like sun on snow with nothing left behind. If I die, I hope they find this gun right by my side.
Running scared, I've been riding blind, running off the rails, trying to buy myself some time. Rebel child, I'm an outlaw son. You ought to mess with me, then you better get your gun. Smoking gun points north like a compass guides my way. Trouble loves company and finds me every day. The bounty man is closing in and minutes feel like days. Fear could break a lesser man, but I won't lose my way. Running scared, I've been riding blind, running off the rails, trying to buy myself some time. Rebel child, I'm an outlaw son. You wanna mess with me, then you better get your gun. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh.
The gavel makes the earthquake. There's a rope around my neck. The ground gives way below my feet and I fall to my rest. Rebel child,
I'm an outlaw son. You wanna mess with me, then you better get your gun. Running scared, I've been riding blind, running off the rails, trying to buy myself some time. Rebel child, I'm an outlaw son. You wanna mess with me, then you better get your. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Clint to come riding up on a horse.
Awesome.
Definitely hear that sort of 70s. That's good.
Cool. Right on.
That's really cool. You were talking earlier about learning a lot by being in Nashville. What are some of the things for somebody? I mean, anybody, like if we left here and went to Nashville, we're going to learn because it is the center of the music universe right now. But coming from Canada, I can only imagine what are some of the things that you're picking up, good, bad, whatever.
Oh man, I feel like there's definitely no bad things.
Other than the traffic.
Actually, yeah, that is, and the potholes.
Okay.
I feel like everything's been so good, and everyone's been like so generous to us, you know, just like, and very like non-competitive, you know, like I needed a double bass for something, and someone's like, oh, just take mine, and you know, so just like everyone's just so warm and sweet to each other. As far as like, Dave, maybe you can chime in about stuff. Feel like what we
Sorry,
learned.
I was just getting a banjo. What she said. Also,
She's so smart.
She's just so smart. Also, I think just getting to sit down with some different musicians or go for coffee. Everyone's so generous with their time, but also just like getting to sit down. Like sometimes I'll just go for a lesson with some guitar player that I can find, you know, and getting to hear somebody who's one of the best flat-picking guitar players in the world, and just getting to sit in front of them and listen and get a lesson and stuff like that has really been great. And I think also just the generosity of everyone willing to make their time. Because I think someone said, I forget who it was, they're going to be mad if they see this and we can't remember who it was, but somebody was being so nice to, you know, several people have been really nice to us. And are just like, well, thank you so much. And he's like, well, you know what, you're going to be, if you can find some work and get it all figured out here, you're going to find somebody new that just moved to town and you're going to pass it on. And I think that's a really
Pay it forward.
mature way of looking at things.
Yeah, I think we've talked about that a lot in here, and it's certainly in Chattanooga, there was that sort of competitive, if that's the right word. And then I think a few years ago, people figured out if you do well, it helps me. And if you do well, it helps everybody. So there's no point in pulling everybody back down. It's better to pull everybody up.
Yeah, and the same thing with all the artists moving there and musicians. Well, it's going to just create more work, you know, another person moves there and has to hire a full band. Well, you've just employed 5 more people, you know. So.
And plus, you never know. That guy you stepped on last night might have a job that fits for you. So it's just easier to be nice, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, and yeah, like what you said there, that's really interesting because you'll go and watch, you know, a band playing. There's so many bands playing all over the place, but it's just like, oh, that guy played in Merle Haggard's band.
Yeah.
And he's just here tonight, just hanging out. You know, like
so
how cool
humble.
is that?
Like that's definitely not the first thing they tell you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to get you in touch with Christy Graves and see if we can't get you a house show here in town. I mentioned that before we came on the air. And if we do, then we'll let everybody know where and when so they can come and see you.
That would be awesome.
Cool,
it's GB Roots, David and Kirby.
You bet.
Green, Barber.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming in. You're going to do one more a Stevie Wonder song for us, right? So, and I want to thank everybody for listening and give a self-promotion plug. If you're at all interested in Bonnaroo, check out thewhatpodcast.com. We've started doing that, looking at some of the bands that are coming. So had a great interview with Paul Janway from St. Paul and the Broken Bones, which is why I mentioned it. He was so much fun. But otherwise, ChattanoogaNow.com. Find out where all the music is happening this weekend. It's another very busy weekend. We're about to head into spring and summer, so it's a busy time for us. Actually, I don't think it's slowed down any, but that's a good problem. So.
Yeah, totally.
Thank you guys both so much for coming in. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Is there anything I didn't ask you about that? I mean, we talked about the record and.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. That's great.
You are, I'm pretty sure, our first Canadian husband and wife duo.
Cool.
It's really cool. So,
Cool.
Thanks again for coming in.
All right, thank you. We're gonna do some tuning. As we all know, the banjos are never in tune.
I Like I said before, how would you know?
Yeah. Probably just by the look on the banjo player's face. That's the only.
The bass player, like, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah, yeah. All right, yeah, we did a YouTube cover of this one. It's on there too. So if we don't nail it there, we did nail the live video, kind
Yeah,
of.
you can check it out again.
The sound check was great, so this will be fun.
1, 2, oh, 1, 2.
Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Less than 1 minute old. And I never thought through love we'd be making one as lovely as she. But isn't she lovely? Made from love. Isn't she pretty? And truly the angel's best. And boy, I'm so happy. We have been heaven blessed. And I can't believe what God has done. Through us, He's given life to one. But isn't she lovely? Made from love. Isn't she lovely? Life and love are the same, and life is Aisha, the meaning of her name. And long to your coat have not been done without you who conceived the one. But isn't she lovely? Made from love.
So pretty. I love that song.
Yeah, me too.
And a little bit makes me a little verklempt because singing to his child.
I
So.
know, it's so beautiful.
Leslie will be back next week. You guys that are wondering, again, thank you so much.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you.
That was
Special
so fun.
Music Wednesday.
So
That's
fun.
great.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.